How's it going, everybody? C-RadTV back here with another video. So, of course, another week of NFL football is here, which means it's now time for the NFL Week 4 picks. So, yeah, last week with my picks, I actually did pretty well with my picks. Went 13-3 with my picks last week. So, my record for 2023-2024 goes to 33-15. So, yeah, even made some money off my picks last week where I got like $29 total off my pick, off a couple of my picks I made for the primetime games. Since I got all the primetime games right. But anyway, let's see how this week of football looks, and let's hope for I can get another solid week of predictions. So let's go. So starting off, we have our Thursday night game. Detroit Lions can't Jake Green Bay Packers playing in Green Bay at Lambeau. I have Detroit winning this game. It's a must-win game for Detroit. This game decides who first place will be in the NFC North. Can't believe Green Bay still won't go away, even with Aaron Rodgers gone. But yeah, I got Detroit winning. Detroit needs to win this game if they want to win the North this year. And I think Detroit is a better team than Green Bay. I got Detroit winning this one 21-18 over the Packers. Give me Detroit by 3 in this one. Now we turn our attention to the Sunday games. First Sunday game, we got Atlanta Falcons, Jacksonville Jaguars playing down in London. As yeah, this is our first London game of the season. And yeah, I mean it's tradition at this point for the Jaguars to play a game in London. It's fucking tradition at this point. But yeah, I got the Jaguars beating the Falcons in London because London is pretty much Jacksonville's second home. But yeah, I'm gonna take Jacksonville to bounce back after getting punched in the mouth by Houston last week. I got the Jags beating the Falcons 20-17. Give me Jacksonville by 3 over Atlanta. Next game as we go back to America. We got the Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills playing in Buffalo. Of course, both teams coming off dominant wins last week. Buffalo coming off a dominant blowout win over the Washington. And Miami coming off a dominant fucking win against the Broncos where the Dolphins dropped 70 fucking points on the Broncos. Holy shit. First time since 1966 that an NFL team has scored at least 70 points in a game. But yeah, that's insane for the Dolphins that they dropped 70 points on them. If anyone was wondering, was that the largest blowout loss in Broncos history? No, that wasn't. Broncos' worst blowout loss was like a 51-0 loss to the Raiders back in 1967. Dolphins almost caused it, but no. 1 point short. But yeah, Dolphins and Bills, this game is going to be for AFC East supremacy. I think Miami and Buffalo split the season series. I'm going to say Buffalo takes this one over Miami. I got the Bills 21-20. Give me Buffalo over Miami by 1 point. And for our next game, this next game is probably going to be one of the worst games of the season. And you know what that means. It's time for the first Tank Bowl of the season. So our first Tank Bowl of the season sees the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears playing in Chicago. Both teams got embarrassed last week. The Broncos gave up 70 points to the Dolphins. The Bears, well, they were expected to get dominated by the Chiefs, and well, it went about as well as expected. As really the leashes are starting to run pretty short on both teams for Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. They're not a question of if they get benched. It's a question of when. But yeah, this game's going to probably suck ass. I'm going to say Denver takes this one 19-17. Just even though the Broncos have had some issues this year because the ride never ends in Mile High, the Bears have been an absolute fucking disaster and a train wreck. I'm going to say the Broncos take advantage and they beat the Bears 19-17. Give me Denver by 2 in the Tank Bowl. Next game. Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns playing in Cleveland. I'm going to say Cleveland wins this one over Baltimore. I think, like I said at the start of the year, I don't think any of the AFC North teams are going to sweep each other. I think it's going to be pretty split. I'm going to say Cleveland beats Baltimore in this one. I'm going to say Cleveland wins 24-16. Give me the Browns over the Ravens by 8 in this one. Next game, Cincinnati Bengals, Tennessee Titans playing in Tennessee. Cincinnati got the big win on Monday night against the Rams in the Super Bowl 56 rematch to save their season. I think Cincinnati keeps it rolling. I think Cincinnati goes and they beat the Titans. I got Cincinnati beating Tennessee 23-22. Give me the Bengals over the Titans by 1 in this one. Next game, Los Angeles Rams, Indianapolis Colts playing in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil. Shockingly, the Colts are leading the AFC South over the Jags. The Colts of all teams. Damn. That probably won't last long because it's pretty early in the season, but we'll see. And the Rams, Rams looking to bounce back after dropping 2 straight games. I think the Rams bounce back against the Colts. I'm not buying stock on Indianapolis. I got the Rams beating the Colts 24-22. Give me LA by 2 over the Indy. Next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New Orleans Saints playing in New Orleans. Yeah, I got New Orleans in this one, 23-19. Tampa Bay, they got exposed last week when they had to play a real team. And I think New Orleans is trying to keep pace with Atlanta in the NFC South. I got New Orleans in this one, 23-19. Give me the Saints by 4 over the Bucs. Next game, Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles playing in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is still undefeated this year at 3-0. I think that doesn't change. I think Philadelphia remains undefeated. I got the Eagles winning this one over Washington, 21-20. Give me Philly by 1 over Washington. And for our next game, it's time to prepare for another Tank Bowl. So this Tank Bowl sees the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers playing in Carolina. Of course, Carolina's in this Tank Bowl representing on behalf of the Chicago Bears. While in the other Tank Bowl earlier, Denver is in that game representing on behalf of the New Orleans Saints. But yeah, Carolina's just struggled this year. Minnesota's mainly in this position because they no longer have that golden horseshoe shoved up their ass, because they no longer can win one-score games after backing into a majority of their wins last year. But I feel like now that I said that Minnesota can't back into wins no more, Minnesota's going to find a way to back into this win over Carolina. I got the Vikings beating the Panthers in this one. This game's going to suck ass. I'm going to say Minnesota wins 21-20. Give me the Vikings by 1 over Carolina. Next game, Pittsburgh Steelers, Houston Texans playing in Houston. Pittsburgh coming off some pretty big clutch wins in primetime, winning against the Browns and now the Raiders in primetime. But yeah, this game, the Steelers, trying to keep pace not only in the AFC North, but also in the AFC wildcard as well. I got the Steelers being the Texans. Texans got a big one against the Jags last week, but I think the Texans get sunk back down to earth this week. I got the Steelers in this one, 25-16. Give me Pittsburgh by 9 in this one. Next game, Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Chargers playing in Los Angeles at SoFi, where the stadium will be dominated by Raiders fans, since Raiders are more popular in LA than the Chargers. But I think despite that, I think the Chargers will come out and get the win over the Raiders. I got the Chargers beating the Raiders 22-21. Give me the Chargers by 1 over the Raiders. Next game, New England Patriots, Dallas Cowboys playing in Dallas at Jerry World. I know the Cowboys, they got embarrassed last week losing to the Arizona Cardinals. How the fuck did you lose to Arizona? Like, that is honestly embarrassing. New England got the big win against the Jets last week, but I think this week the Patriots get sunk back down to earth. I'm not buying it on the Patriots. I got the Cowboys bouncing back in this one, 21-20 over New England. Give me Dallas by 1 over the Patriots. Next game, Arizona Cardinals, San Francisco 49ers playing in Santa Clara. After Arizona got that big win against the Cowboys, I think Arizona, they get dick punched back to reality and punched back down by the 49ers. 49ers trying to keep pace with Philadelphia in the undefeated club and for NFC supremacy. I got the 49ers in this one over the Cardinals, 23-20. Give me San Francisco by 3 over the Cardinals. Next up, Sunday night game. Kansas City Chiefs, New York Jets playing in New York at MetLife. Now, this game, the main reason this game was on Sunday night was because this was supposed to be the first ever matchup between Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. Until Aaron Rodgers blew his Achilles 4 plays into his career in New York. And now it's going to be Patrick Mahomes versus Zach Wilson. Damn, so once again, the football gods will not let Mahomes versus Rodgers happen. Damn. But yeah, with Rodgers out, yeah, this is pretty easy. Yeah, Chiefs win this one. I got the Kansas City 23-20 over the Jets. I think the Jets defense could keep them in this game. But the Mahomes will be and the Chiefs will be just too much to handle. I got the Chiefs by 3 over the... Give me the Chiefs by 3 over the Jets. And our final game, the Monday night game. Seattle Seahawks, New York Giants playing in New York at MetLife. So once again, for the second time this season, we have both New York teams playing on Sunday night and Monday Night Football at MetLife. Happened in week 1 and it's happened again in fucking week 4. But yeah, Seattle, New York. I don't know how the hell New York is favored in this game over Seattle by like 2 or 3 points. That's kind of fucking weird. That Seattle is the underdog in this game. Like, New York has looked fucking terrible this year. But yet Seattle somehow is the favorite? That don't make sense. Seattle is not the favorite in this game, and New York is? That doesn't fucking make sense. I think the Seahawks take advantage of this and try and bring some semblance in. I have the Seahawks winning this game over Giants. I'm not buying it on the Giants in that point spread. That point spread is bullshit. I got the Seahawks winning this one 21-19. Give me Seattle by 2 over the Giants. But yeah, those are my NFL Week 4 picks. That's all I gotta say. And I'll see y'all whatever I make next. I'm out.